everyone, and particularly my returning fans and subscribers. For those who are watching for the first time, continue to watch, like, share, comment, and if you have not yet subscribed, kindly do so because it helps the channel to grow. There seems to be so much to talk about today, but I'll be wrapping it around Davido's challenge, which started yesterday, the 17th of November, Wednesday, 17th of November 2021. Davido wants to clear his Rolls Royce at the port, and he decided to reach out to friends, fans, loved ones. He said he needed 100 million naira to make that happen. Well, as at the time of doing this report, Davido had already raked in well over 140 million naira. That's within a span of about 24 hours. That is no joke. It goes to show that, well, not only does the young man know all the right friends in all the right places, they're also willing to be there for him, reach into their deep pockets and pull out the money and make this happen. It is worthy to note that some of these contributors include people like the billionaire Chief Femi OTEDOLA, Obi Cubana, who has been in the news for a while this year, MC Galaxy, Mayokun, another musician, Toke Makinwa, I think I'd call her an influencer and an author. And these are just a few of the many people who, came together to make the 140 million happen. And although his initial target was 100 million, it has certainly been exceeded. The challenge has so far generated quite a bit of debate, intrigues, controversy, and so on and so forth. That is only to be expected. From copycat challenges, which have since sprung up, to bits of advice from those who would like Davido to spend the money in a philanthropic gesture. For instance, we have a certain Osai Ovie Success, who is said to be an aide to the Delta State governor. He decided to take to his Facebook account and urge Davido to simply donate 100 million naira to charity. And also, taking a leaf from Davido's book, Paul of the P-Square fame is now calling for donations as he and his twin brother celebrate their birthday today, the 18th of November. Will they make as much? Well, this will be fun. It seems like it's becoming a popularity contest. Let's see if P-Square, and of course they recently reconciled, so who knows, maybe their fans who are happy to see both of them back together will be willing to dip their hands into their pockets and make it happen. Who knows? So, for those who do not know enough about Davido, David Adedeji Adeleke was born on the 21st of November 1992, which means he turns 29 in a few days' time. And I guess that's what he wants to use the Rolls Royce to celebrate. Now, weighing in on all of this, first of all, congratulations, man. Raising that much money, not for an emergency or anything, just because you want it, that's a big deal. In Nigeria, usually people tend to be very sympathetic toward, those who are down and out, people who are down on their luck, and so on and so forth. But here you have a young man who, he says he wants the money to give himself a treat. And, some of the big names he knows are already doing what they can to make it happen. And he's not leaving everything to chance. So I don't blame him, actually. He's actually calling out people and saying, I haven't heard from you. What's happening, man? Bring yours, bring yours, bring yours. And so he's pressuring people and making sure it happens. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I think he would also be willing to reciprocate if, they called upon him to do something like that. As a person and also as Davido's fan, I like his music. I'm more of a Wizkid person, but I like Davido's music too. I do not always agree with some of the stuff that happens in his personal life or private life. I'm not a huge fan of what happens there. But when it comes to the young man's approach to business, I doff my hat. First of all, Davido is not from a poor or average income home. His father is regularly referred to as a billionaire. So Davido is not poor. He does not need the money. His musical career, which has been on for a while now, for about a decade, is doing beautifully. He's starting to have collaborations with, not starting, he's been having collaborations with some of the biggest acts outside Nigeria, in the United States, South Africa. It is fair to call Davido an international brand, and he has earned it. This is one of these people whom I would like to say has picked himself up by his own bootstraps. It's an American saying. It simply means that, you've put in the sweat to get to where you are. It's very easy for big men's children to fall by the wayside because there's nothing to push them. Many people who become successful in life have a vision, they have a dream, they have an aspiration to escape where they are right now in life, so they keep aspiring to greater things. Which is why in many instances the children of the very wealthy don't, seem to do very well because all their needs are met, all their wants are met. That hunger is not there. The drive most of the time is not there. And in many instances, even when they do fairly well, if you take a small scratch, you take a small peek behind the curtains, you'll find that daddy's money is what is pushing them. Maybe they're holding an executive position in one or two of daddy's companies. They're on two or three boards here and there. Daddy gives them notes to go here and there. But considering the fact that Davido is making things happen for himself in the music industry and his father is not a musician, his father doesn't really have ties to the entertainment industry, and this fellow started really young. I dare say that I do believe his father would have given him some assistance, probably with getting the equipment he needs, maybe give him a note to one or two music producers here and there, and so on and so forth. That said, whatever support Davido's father has given him or family have given him over time is something that he has made good use of. He has used it as a springboard to launch himself to where he is now. So I doff my hat to Davido for that. He earns my respect when it comes to making things happen for himself. So I wish him a very happy birthday. I also, however, I'm sort of aligned with the Ovie, who is suggesting that, Davido, you don't really need this money. We all know you don't. Like, you're not in need. You're not in need. This might just be a popularity contest. Maybe Davido wants to see if, maybe it's some kind of a test to see if he's as popular as he thinks he is. And certainly this has shown him that he is. If you ask me, I mean, just two names on that list could have solved everybody the stress of sending in any extra money. Between Chief Femi OTEDOLA and Obi Cubana, they could have just given him 100 million each, make everybody go home, go sit down, rest. But maybe I'm being a bit crass when I say that. But the truth is, between those two alone, that problem could have been solved. So I don't think it's so much about the money as maybe an ego thing for Davido. He wants to show off a little bit or something. It's not because he needs the money. And I think Nigeria is one of these countries where we're in dire need of celebrities like musicians, actors, those of them who are wealthy. Because we know it's not everybody who has a big hit out there that has money. But in Davido's case, he does have money. I don't have eyes in his bank account, but coming from the background he does come from, coming from the fact that he has remained a successful musician for a while, not just nationally but also internationally, I dare say that people like Davido are the kinds of people we can look up to and ask them to do a little bit more for their immediate community or for the society. It wouldn't be out of place. And it would still win more people over anyway. people tend to get a bit, you know, riled up when it seems as if others are suggesting to people how their money should be spent. It's not so much about suggesting to people how their money should be spent as just giving a nudge. For instance, on his birthday, maybe do something really big for an orphanage here in Nigeria, maybe in Lagos, which is his base. It would give him headlines, it would give him more fans, it would win the hearts of Nigerians anyway, and that's more money in the bank still in the long run. So I really don't see anything wrong with that advice. If he chooses to ignore it and just give himself a treat, hey, that's okay too. At the end of the day, it's his money to do with as he pleases, yeah? So this is wishing Davido a very happy birthday, which comes up in a few days. His birthday comes up on the 21st of November. And also wishing Paul and Peter Okoye, whose birthday comes up today, a very happy birthday. This is hoping that their newfound love, this new reconciliation, is something that will be long-lasting. So many hearts were broken when they opted to go their separate ways, and I'm sure they've noticed how that impacted their pockets, because they are nowhere near as big as they were when they were working together as a team. So this is also wishing Peter and Paul Okoye a happy birthday. Fellas, it is important to note that within hours of making that request, Davido was able to rake in 53 million naira. 53 million naira within a matter of hours is not a joke. The singer himself is said to have mentioned that he's emotional, that he's crying, that he never knew he would receive this much love. Wema Bank, the bank with whom he chose to open the account for this particular purpose, well, Davido did say that they're asking to see him, but he did not specify why. Perhaps there's some kind of cap on whatever. You know, these financial rules and regulations keep changing every other day. If you're not very careful, some of these things slip you by. So he has mentioned that the bank wants to see him, but I'm also guessing that very soon they're going to make him a brand ambassador and things like that, whatever. Anyway, not to come off as a bad belly sounding kind of person, this is wishing Davido all the best, hoping he has a fantastic birthday when he does celebrate. And of course, I'll definitely bring you the story, because I think it's going to be a big bash the way it's going. Um, Whatever hits comes out online, you're definitely going to get some of it here, along with my take on what's going on.